In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Betty Jo is presiding. You may be seated.
Mr. Smith, aware of the pending charges against you and understand that if you are found guilty today, you face up to a $250,000 fine and 5 years in prison. Mr. Smith, how do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Mr. Pender, you may now begin with your opening statement.
Your Honor, I ask that you not be fooled by Ms. Smith's charm. Her statements during this trial will seem empathetic and remorseful, but I assure you that this is all merely a disguise. I am confident that by the end of the trial, Ms. Smith will be punished for not only assault and battery, but also negligence. On September 30th, 2011, Miss Ashley came into the emergency room with multiple injuries from a car accident, and Ms. Smith failed to accurately perform a neurobiological assessment, causing her further harm to Miss Ashley.
Your Honor, I would like to start by saying your hair looks very nice today.
Why, thank you, Miss Michelle. I just had it done, but I prefer more blonde, but I got more red, but it works.
Your Honor, can we continue with the defense's opening statement, please?
Yes, please begin, Mrs. Michelle.
Your Honor, my client, Mrs. Smith, is a loving and very caring individual. She is not as cruel as the prosecutor makes her to be. Her documentation proves that Nurse Smith did perform the neurobiological assessment and many other assessments to give Mrs. Ashley the best care possible.
Mr. Pender, your rebuttal argument.
Your Honor, for my first witness, I would like to call Ms. Smith to the stand.
Mrs. Smith, please place your hand on the fundamental book. Do you promise to tell the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God?
Yes, ma'am, I do. So help me God.
You may be seated.
Ms. Smith, can you tell the courtroom in your own words what happened on September 30th, 2011?
Yes, I can. I was a great nurse. Yes, I was in a rush to get off, but at the same time, I still performed the neurological assessment on the patient. So,
well, how about try telling us in your own words exactly what happened that day?
Okay. Well,
Jessica, I have a concern on one of your patients, hemorrhoids. I need you to check her vital signs every 2 hours and let me know if there's a change in blood pressure, heart
I'm going
rate,
home.
and her level of consciousness.
I know that. I'm
okay,
going home.
well, even if you're going home, I need you to leave this. She's still having anesthesia from her surgery, okay? She's still having amnesia, okay? She's still experiencing it, so I need you to let the other nurses know.
Tell the other nurse.
I'm not going to be here. I need you to do it, okay?
I'm
so
going home.
I need you. This is your job, and I need you to do this for me, okay? Thank you.
You think she is? Come talking to me like that. I'm gonna go home.
Yeah, I gotta be here. End of my shift. Gotta access this trick. It's a nice watch. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm gonna call you back. Alright, bye. Yeah, I'm gonna be your nurse for today. Okay? Let me just find all this stuff. Where is all this stuff at? What's your name?
Emma?
Ma'am, do you mind?
2 seconds.
Okay, your 2 seconds is up. My daughter needs some help.
Ma'am, you have to wait. Okay. Alright. Where's my So here we are. What's your daughter's name? You got amnesia too? Okay, whatever. Alright. How you feeling today?
Kind of queasy.
Queasy?
The room's spinning.
That's normal.
Normal.
That's normal.
This is not how my dog usually
I am
acts.
the professional.
Well,
So
maybe she knows what she's talking about, Mom. Let's just wait.
I'm gonna think about, check all this stuff, okay?
Okay.
Breathe. Yep. Breathe again. Okay. Y'all be in here. Y'all come like 5 minutes before I'm about to get off. Like, I want to go home too.
I'm sorry. Nurse, I think that's hurting her.
It's not hurting her. She's fine. She ain't screaming.
Yeah.
Alright. So 160 over 80. I'm sorry. Guess you could say. Alright.
Normal?
Yeah, you're okay. You're fine. Alright, well. Alright, let's see. Your consciousness. Let's see if you're alert. You see me?
Yeah.
Alright, you're alert.
Kind of blurry.
What is your who am I? Who is she?
Well, that's my mom.
Who am I?
Are you the doctor?
No, I'm not. So you're not oriented to the person. You know where you at?
I think I'm in the hospital.
What time is it?
I don't know.
So you're not oriented person or time. Your speech is a little slurred a little bit. You're a little hard of hearing too. I think we're good. I checked your eyes when I came in. We're a little good here. Alright?
So I seem to be okay?
You're fine.
Okay.
Alright, well,
When
doctor will
she
be
go
here
home?
shortly. When can she go home? Whenever the doctor says she can go home. See you guys later.
Thank you.
Miss Smith, you're gonna tell the whole courtroom that you felt like what you did was the right thing, and that if any other nurse was in your situation, that she would have done the same exact thing.
I don't know if another nurse would do the exact same thing that I did, but
No further questions, Your Honor.
oh.
Defense, do you have any questions for the witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please proceed.
Mrs. Smith, how long have you been a nurse?
8 years.
So, my nurse is a very experienced nurse.
Yes, I am.
Ms. Smith, do you think that you did everything by the code of nursing to assure that Ms. Ashley got the best nursing care?
Yes, I do.
Did you do a complete initial assessment?
Yes, I did.
Your Honor, I have no more questions.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Miss Brown, how long have you been a nurse?
I've been a nurse for 5 years.
Okay, and how long have you worked at the hospital?
I've worked at this hospital for 2.
For 2 years? And how long have you been working with Miss Jessica?
I've been working with Miss Jessica for the past 6 months.
6 months? And during those 6 months, have you noticed anything about Miss Smith? Did I say that right? Anything about Miss Smith as far as her character and any type of issues with the patient? Have you noticed anything with that?
She doesn't take her job seriously. She doesn't do the correct assessment whenever I've been there. Her reports are really, not thorough,
Okay.
I would say.
Okay, and what time did you get on shift that day?
I got there at 7 a.m.
7 a.m.? Okay. And was Miss Jessica there?
No,
She wasn't there.
she was late.
Okay. All right, and tell me what happened and what you saw when you went in there.
I saw Miss Ashley laying there. She was in the same position that I had left her the night before, and she's really confused. She didn't know who she was. Her mother was sitting there with her, but she just didn't know what was going on. My name's Danielle, and I'm gonna be your night nurse for tonight. You let me know if you need anything, but right now I'm gonna check the vital signs and make sure everything's okay. Okay, if I ask you a few questions? Okay. Alright, let's see. Do you know why you came to the hospital? I can't remember. Can't remember? Okay. Do you know what your name is? No, I don't. Okay, that's okay. Do you know what time it is? You are? I think I'm in the hospital, but I'm not really sure. Okay. I'm gonna go and talk to the doctor, and I'm gonna get him, and we'll be back in a minute. You see, there's a few things he needs to check out. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome.
I go.
Yes, doctor. I'm calling about your patient room 117, Miss Ashley. She is really confused. She doesn't know who she is, why she's here, or anything like that. Her blood pressure is really high, and I think you need to come take a look at her. Okay, you'll be here in a few minutes? All right, thank you. Bye.
You've been working at the hospital for 2 years. Would you say that something like that should have been reported
Yes.
automatically to a doctor?
Oh, yes.
And did you report your findings to a doctor?
I did.
Okay. Was any reports made from Miss Smith to a doctor?
No, when I walked in the room, I was expecting to find her doing well since her accident, but
Okay.
she wasn't.
All right. Well, thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Yeah, is it possible that Miss Ashley Royce did not show any signs of neurological deficits until after the handoff of care?
It could be possible. She could have just started having the symptoms whenever Miss Jessica when she did her assessment, it could have not shown up then.
Upon entering the room, did it appear that Ashley was showing any signs and symptoms of the neurological deficits?
It was very apparent. She didn't know who she was, where she was. She was very confused. Her blood pressure was high, and the doctor had asked for us to report that if it was to change, and Miss Jessica didn't do that.
Okay, well, during the report, did my client, Miss Jessica, did she report that she's seen any signs or symptoms of neurological deficits?
No, she did not. She did not tell me.
Okay, no more questions, Your Honor.
Okay, you may step down.
All rise. The Honorable Betty Jo is presiding.
Mr. Smith,
You may now have a seat.
after reviewing all of the evidence that has been presented before this court today, I am ready to sentence.
Sentence.
Yes, ma'am. Sentence. The actions that I have seen have been despicable in the caring of the patient that you were entrusted
You
to.
wasn't there.
Mr. Smith, my sentence reads as follows. For restitution of the family, I find $250,000 fine.
And you must want me to win the lottery because I ain't
Mrs.
gonna take that
Smith,
money.
Calm down.
Mr. Smith, I am not completed with your sentence. I find $250,000 fine for restitution of the family for the abuse that was experienced and 5 years imprisonment.
You said I got 5 years?
Yes, ma'am.
5 years?
Would you like 10?
She gonna have to catch me because I ain't doing no fighting.
Calm down, calm down, calm down.
Hi, my name is Michelle Rogers, and I'm going to be your student nurse for the day. Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Go ahead.
What is your name,
It's Karen Johnson.
and what brought you in today?
I need a physical before school starts.
Can you tell me where you're at?
I'm at McLeod.
And what's the time?
It's 12 p.m.
And what's the date?
November 22nd.
Okay, I asked all these questions to make sure she was alert and responsive, which she was, and I also wanted to make sure that she was oriented ×3 to the person, the place, and the time.
Hey Ashley, I'm going to be your student nurse today if you don't mind.
Okay.
I'm going to check, do you wear any hearing aids?
No, I do not.
Do you wear contacts or glasses?
Nope, I have
Glasses to
relatively-
read?
I have good vision.
Okay. You're speaking to me verbally. You're maintaining eye contact. Can you read and write?
I can. I like to read often.
Can you read the newspaper?
Books mostly.
Okay. While you were talking, I checked her speech, which her speech is clear. It's not slurred. Okay. She's not aphagic. So these are with some examples of slurred would be stroke.
Okay, Karen, today I'm going to be
or seizure.
testing your muscle strength. So if I could please, will you pull your arms out to the side? All right, now try to push up. Okay. Now grab my fingers and squeeze as hard as you can. Good. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one hand on each thigh, and I want you to try to lift your thigh up. Okay. Now the other. All right. Now I'm going to do the same thing with your feet. What I want you to do is press on my hand like you're pressing on a gas pedal.
Okay.
Okay. And the other foot. Okay. Now press up like you're pulling it to yourself. All right. And here. All right. Now, if you would please hold your hands out. Okay. And then turn the other way. All right. Now, if you could please press against my hands. All right. Now we're going to do the other way. Okay. Okay. What I'm looking for when I do that is any kind of muscle fatigue or drop in her wrist during pronation or supination, which could ultimately lead to an upper motor neuron weakness.
Okay, I'm going to be checking your vision. I want you to follow my pen. Look right there at the point. Okay, now I'm going to check your pupils to the light.
Now you look behind you.
Look right here at my nose. And the reason I did that was because we're checking for the pupil reaction and the extraocular movement. If it, the light can make the pupils constrict, and that's the proper reaction that it should have.
Hello, Ms. Johnson. Do you mind standing up and taking a walk for me? I just want to look at your gait. Okay, I asked these questions because I wanted to see what her positioning was when I came into the room. When I entered, she was sitting on the side of the bed. She had good posture. Paralysis or weakness may be evident if she didn't have good posture.